Well, as the United States grapples with those threats, the nation's top cybersecurity minds are in Las Vegas for cybersecurity conference Black Hat 2026. OpenAI and Anthropic are dominating the conversations after their models went rogue during testing and broke into the systems of real companies like Hugging Face. Today, the Trump administration meeting with AI leaders in Washington, including representatives of OpenAI, Anthropic, Meta, and Google, to hammer out a fix and solidify the framework for AI safety and innovation going forward. I want to bring in from that conference and a Fox Biz exclusive Netskope co-founder and CEO Sanjay Beri. You got access to Anthropic's most powerful model, Mythos, when Anthropic added a second cohort in that June expansion. I want to get your thoughts just in general on this, because you've got these executives from these companies at the White House, actually likely right now, this afternoon, that are trying to figure out, you want safety in AI. You don't want these models to get out of their testing environments and wreak havoc, but you also don't want to overregulate the models. How do we do this?
Well, ultimately, when you think about AI, it's a kill switch isn't going to necessarily work. I mean, you have drug administrations which can kill a drug, but it's too late. And so with AI, when you think about regulation, the model providers need to self-regulate, but also every company who uses them needs to have their own defensives. And so we should have a kill switch, but it isn't the answer to how to protect people against rogue AI usage.
What's interesting is that you mentioned kill switch, because there's this bill in the House of Representatives right now. It's bipartisan. It's called the AI Kill Switch Act. Their proposal had the Department of Homeland Security oversee your industry and AI and these models. Your thoughts?
Ultimately, when you think about security, a federal government and every nation will want to ultimately perhaps have a kill switch, but it's not going to stop open weight models. It's not going to stop AI agents from going rogue. It's going to be too late. And you saw that, right? Will the kill switch have helped with the Hugging Face incident? Will it help with many of the other incidents we see? No. And so it really is, what I tell people is, you need to zero trust every AI agent. It's your coworker, but it's a coworker with no conscience, with no EQ, with no morals. And so you as a company, you as a consumer, you need to have controls within your own environment, with your own company, to say, wait a minute, I need to stop it when it tries to do something rogue. I need to watch where my data is, right? And self-regulate it as a company and have a kill switch. But generally, that's not the answer.
You know, there's been reports, and there was a study last year, that Anthropic and many of these companies knew that these models could get out, and a lot of them did. So I think that's one point I want to bring up. But, you know, obviously every meeting that you're having, every conversation at that conference right now is about Anthropic and Hugging Face and how to stop this. What are you hearing?
Yeah, I can't get into any conversation without them talking about AI and AI security. It takes 30 seconds. Most organizations, they're not like criminals. Criminals can get an open weight model. They don't have any process. They don't need approvals. They don't need budget. And off they go and they attack. But the reality is, top topic in Black Hat is, how do we accelerate the funding of AI security within companies? How do we cut through that tape and get it implemented? And that's where most companies are. Less than 1% of companies have defenses for AI security. And I think that'll change in the next year, but it's got to change quick. And that's really the conversation at Black Hat. What's the architecture? How do you do it? And how do we get it implemented?
But what are the biggest warning signs about this? And you're saying 1%, which is a frightening number, simply because it's the banks. You know, they're the ones that went to Secretary Scott Bessent and vice versa and said, we need to start talking about this. Because if you have financial institutions, and this comes from Mythos, this is what we learned, that I mean, you would think a bank would have some of the best cybersecurity in place, and they were concerned about what Mythos could do. And that's just an American model, not to mention what the Chinese could be doing right now, what they could be developing, which is even a scarier prospect. Sanjay.
Yeah, absolutely. If you look at the Chinese models, look, the reality is they've caught up. You have a new frontier model every 4 to 6 weeks. The Chinese models, which whether they're distilled on the Anthropic models or not, they're powerful. And attackers, they're leveraging them. And so what I tell organizations, it isn't about, do you use Anthropic or OpenAI or open weight models? You use them all, right? You use the methods that attackers use, and you use the methods that you have access to to test your systems and protect against, the most depraved people in the world, which are these criminals. And so that's the reality. It's not about open weight versus commercial. They're both useful. They both excel in certain tasks, and they're both going to constantly leapfrog each other. And you're going to see more sovereign open weight models. Japan building their own model. Europe's going to build their own model. And so you're really going to have a lot of models out there, and they're going to constantly try to leapfrog each other. And so I tell people, leverage them all.
Yeah, well, interesting you say that. That goes back to the open source conversation. Real quick before you go, I got like 10 seconds with you, Sanjay, but you've been public about a year. Stock's down about 21%. What's Wall Street missing with you?
Ultimately, look, we're a newly public company. People are just getting educated. They're focused on, hey, what's happening in the infrastructure and the energy world. We're built for this age of AI and cloud. We're one of the fastest growing public cybersecurity companies in the world. And so I'll be here in 10 years doing this, and our company will be one of the most iconic cyber networking companies out there. And so we're focused on that mid to long term and helping what we do now over a third of the Fortune 100.
All right, so. Sanjay Beri, it's great to have you on the program. Thank you for being with me.
Thank you.